I was the one who always showed up, until the day I didn't. For most of my life I was the dependable one. The one people called when something went wrong. The one who remembered birthdays, showed up early, stayed late, checked in, followed through. If someone needed help moving, I was there. If someone needed to vent at midnight, I answered. I didn't think of it as a personality trait. I thought of it as being a decent human being. It never crossed my mind that people might come to expect it. I noticed the imbalance slowly, the way you notice a crack in a wall only after it's been there for a while. I was always the one initiating plans. Always the one asking how everyone was doing. If I didn't reach out, weeks could pass in silence. When I brought it up once casually, someone laughed and said, "You're just better at this stuff than we are." I accepted that answer. Then my life got harder. Not in a dramatic, obvious way. Just heavier. Work stress piled up. A close family member became ill. I started waking up tired and going to sleep tired, like rest had stopped working. I didn't have the energy to carry everyone else anymore. So I pulled back. Not completely. Just enough to breathe. I stopped initiating every conversation. I stopped being the planner. I stopped filling silences that weren't mine to fix. What surprised me wasn't the lack of support. It was the irritation. People didn't ask if I was okay. They asked why I was distant. Why I'd changed. One friend joked that I'd become too busy for everyone now. Another said it felt like I didn't care anymore. I tried to explain. I said I was overwhelmed. That I was struggling. That I needed some time. They nodded. They said they understood. Then they disappeared. Invitations stopped. Group chats went quiet unless I spoke first. I watched friendships I'd poured years into shrink without a conversation. Without conflict, without closure. First, I blamed myself. I wondered if I'd been expecting too much. If adulthood just looked like this. If I was being dramatic. Then something small happened that clarified everything. I had a minor health scare. Not life-threatening, but scary enough to rattle me. I told a few people. Not for attention, just because I was afraid and needed someone to know. Most responded with short messages. "That's rough. Hope you're okay." Then nothing. One person didn't respond at all. That night, lying awake, I realized something uncomfortable. I knew exactly how they'd react because I trained them to expect me to handle everything alone. I had built my role so well that no one thought to check on me. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't announce boundaries. I just kept stepping back and paid attention to who stepped forward. Very few did. Over time, my circle got smaller, quieter, but also calmer. I stopped feeling resentful because I stopped overgiving. I stopped feeling invisible because I no longer stood in places where I wasn't seen. One friend eventually reached out and asked why I disappeared. I told the truth. I said, I didn't disappear. I just stopped carrying everything by myself. They didn't know how to respond. And that told me more than any apology could have. I still believe in showing up for people. I still value kindness and consistency. But I no longer confuse self-sacrifice with love. Sometimes the most honest thing you can do is step back and see who notices. And sometimes the answer hurts, but it also sets you free. Thank you for watching. Check out my channel for more stories like this. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Midnight Tea Stories.